The Gobbler from Gwinnett. Is that him? Is that you?
Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Your face looks better.
Oh yeah. I put some concealer on today.
You just, hey, that's what a good lady does to protect her man. I'm just saying.
Hey now.
What are you wearing this loser apparel for? You saw what happened the other night. It's not looking good.
It's all good. We win this weekend at home, and it's done. Halloween night, we're gonna have candy. We're gonna have a World Series championship. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful.
That's the hottest take you'll hear in Wenz World, I assure you, at least for until we get this segment started here with the one and only, the Radio Griff. That's my siren / scream / I was in Vegas and I still am having problems breathing, Griff. It's saturated with cigarette smoke. Saturated.
Were you really in Vegas?
I was really in Vegas, I promise. Yeah, we stayed at the
Cosmopolitan.
Cosmopolitan.
The lead here.
It's hard to believe, right? You think because I had this fake background of a broken stadium behind me last week that I wouldn't actually be there, but I was actually there. We didn't see the game in person, thankfully, because that would have been a waste of money. Instead, we sat down in the Cosmopolitan Casino, drank, and gambled. It was just like the old Westerns. It was beautiful.
You there for work?
No, just for fun. My brother and my cousin and me. And my nephew and his friends.
Nice, man.
I'm old.
Is that your first time?
First time in Vegas, man. It was something to behold.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
It depends on what you want to do. Like if you go there with a set budget and say, once I lose this in the casino, I'm done, then you're good, right? The food is delicious, dude. There's so many options. Nobody sleeps ever. So restaurants are open at 4 a.m. I don't know why they call New York the city that doesn't sleep. Vegas is a city that truly never sleeps. But we had a blast. You should take the missus. It's definitely not a family trip. There are things that kids can't unsee once you're there. But anything goes in Vegas, man. It is modern day Sodom. And let's talk about the Deshaun Watson situation. We're gonna get to that. Can the Cards stay undefeated? There's so much to get to. Dan Campbell crying one week. Then a couple weeks ago, he's throwing Goff under the team bus. Is he still crying? Is he still throwing? We're going to get to all these things and much more with Radio Griff. Griff, you did fantastic last week. I don't want to talk about the records because it's depressing. And furthermore, I forgot to start Kyle Pitts on my fantasy team, and he got over like 20 points. So I'm very sad.
I was looking at the scores of the games, and I was like, I think I almost picked every game right.
You did.
My memory was, yeah. I'm in mid-season form, baby. It's good. I'm good to go. I'm ready.
And we're almost at mid-season, which is crazy to think about here.
And I still don't have like a good read on the like who's good. Are the Bengals really good? What's going on?
Yeah, and I think this is where we're going to separate the wheat from the chaff, as they'd say.
Right.
And it's going to start in mere moments, Griff. I believe this Thursday night game here. Both teams are banged up. 6-1, traveling to 7-0. Can the Cardinals stay undefeated at home? I cannot wait for this game. But it's kind of a burn, right? Because Devontae Adams isn't playing, Lazard's not playing, JJ Watt may be done for the year, but you still have Kyler Murray. Hopkins is iffy. What's your read on this game?
Here's the thing. I mean, a lot of people are thinking this is going to be an easy W for the Cardinals in Arizona, facing a banged-up Green Bay team, whether it's physically or with this mystery virus that's going around. We don't know what's going on, but I just know anytime. I think Aaron Rodgers likes the doubters, and he's eating this up. Prime time Thursday night football. No one's believing in them. He's going to be throwing the ball to Robert Tonyan and Randall Cobb tonight. I mean, that's pretty much his only weapons tonight. And he's going to win. Aaron Rodgers is going to go down to Arizona. And he's going to get a W. No question in my mind. Packers win this game. You don't doubt Aaron Rodgers. And he's one of the greatest to ever play the position. And he can will out a win. And that's what he'll do tonight.
I'm going to go with Kyler Murray
goodness.
The
They're
Arizona
pretenders.
Cardinals.
I'm done. I'm out on the Cardinals.
Are you officially out on an undefeated team?
I'm out on them. They're done tonight. Tonight's that mountain, they've already peaked on that mountain. They're already at the top. Now they're about to go down fast starting tonight.
Wow. Hot takes here in Wenz World. Stay tuned, folks. Many more to come. But first, you talked about the Bengals, man. They come in with a 10th ranked offense. When can you say, since the days of the Icky Shuffle, that the Bengals were as relevant as they are now? And they're taking on the 1-5 Jets. Like, to me, the Jets are going to lose this game, but I'm still not all in on the Bengals. And I'm not sure if it's because they've lost for so long and now they're starting to come on. I don't know.
We're conditioned to not believe in the Bengals. I mean, they're going to win this game. There's no question about it. The Jets are starting some guy named Mike White, I believe.
Mike White.
Yep,
yeah. The Mike White.
The Mike White. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's not a made up name, a made up player. Like what? I never even heard of this guy in college.
So that's the guy in Madden when you have, like me, when you have Madden 20 and you don't buy it for 2 years, that's the made up draft class for your franchise. Like Mike White would be the quarterback that the AI simulates. That's this guy right here.
I'm a believer in the Bengals. Ever since I visited their stadium a few weeks ago, they have been undefeated, and they're going to keep it rolling tonight or tomorrow, or whenever, Sunday night. I don't know. Whenever they play, they're going to win. Doesn't matter.
Moments away. Yep, moments away. Time is an illusion. I'm going to take the 5-2 squad too. Tennessee coming in at 5. A lot of 5-2 goodness coming in. Tennessee taking on Indianapolis. By the way, Carson Wentz looking good in Indy. Had a game last week, 3 total touchdowns. I started him at fantasy. He's balling, man, and they're at home. I'm just gonna come out right now before you think, I'm gonna copy you when you take this hot take. But Indianapolis is winning this game at home.
You're wrong.
They are gonna
No, Tennessee's gonna win. Tennessee's on a roll. They've had two big victories in a row. They keep it going this week against Indy. No question. Indy had a fluke weird game against the Niners in the rain. That doesn't really count. That wasn't really football. You don't give Carson Wentz credit for that. That was nonsense. Tennessee wins this game. They're for real. Wow. They're back on track. Vrabel's got it figured out. He doesn't need Arthur Smith anymore. He's figured out the way forward without Arthur. And the way forward is to just hand the ball off to Derrick Henry and you win games. And that's what they're going to keep doing against Indianapolis.
I mean, it is hard to argue the second-ranked rushing offense, dude. So you got them there. But there's something about – it's not about X's and O's. It's not all about tic-tac-toe, Griff.
Right.
When we're talking football. It's about the feel, the vibe, that gut feeling the day after you eat too much pizza. And that's where I'm at right now. So I'm going to stick with Indy at home. Here we go. The Rams at the aforementioned Texans. Biggest storyline isn't this stupid game. The biggest storyline is on Tuesday, November 2nd, will Deshaun Watson take him and all of his court cases and lawyer fees to another town? Carolina saying they're not interested in him. Miami, Tua saying, I'm not going anywhere. I'm the man. I'm confident. What say you on this? I personally feel like he's not going anywhere.
I don't think he is, because there's more parties involved than just the two teams. There was some rumor out there that the Dolphins would have a deal in place if it could be guaranteed legally he could play by a certain time or so. There's all this legal mumbo jumbo involved, and there's no way that's going to be resolved in 3 days. It's just not going to happen. He's basically going to miss a season in the prime of his career, which is unfortunate. But it's also unfortunate what he allegedly did to lots of people, right? So if we get to the game, though, I think the Rams. The Rams are going to win this game. Come on.
Oh yeah, this is a no-brainer. The Rams win and they win big. Absolutely. Pittsburgh, the team that was yodelay hooing down the mountain, and now they find themselves dead even, and they travel to Cleveland, 3-3, 4-3. This is going to be one of these games, Griff, and I'm excited about it. What's your read on this game in particular?
Yeah, the rumors that Baker still might not be back, but do they need him?
Yeah, they're half-baked. They'll be fine without him.
They're fine without him. But I think the Steelers are turning it around. I like the Steelers. In this game. I'm a big believer. But the Cleveland, they're going to have some weapons back. Jarvis Landry back at full force. Mm-hmm. Maybe Chubb gets in there. I don't know.
Yeah, and like you said, Landry came on hot. He had 8 targets week 7. Let's see what they do with him. I'm going to take the Browns at home, man. I'm just feeling it. It's that X and O thing, going beyond it, going inside the X. Not the drug, by the way. Kids, don't do that stuff. It's terrible for you. Okay, here's a game that I'm very conflicted, Griff. As you know, I am bleeding green forever. I will until I die, bleed out. But the Eagles are sitting at 2-5, and they're on the road this week at the 0-7 Lions. And I'm conflicted because I obviously feel like the hardest part of our schedule is behind us. Now we got a bunch of games against, 500, sub 500 teams coming up. And I think, do we have a shot? Can we do it? No, if we squeeze in, if we can get that wild card spot, then maybe, right? Then maybe we can get in and do some things. No, it's not happening. I'm putting my fork on the plate and I'm saying it's time to tank. It is time to tank. And I am a fan with my hand sanitizer here, but I'm telling you, it's time to tank. It's over. It's over. Eagles fans, it is time to play, collect these assets. Listen, we have potentially 3 first-round draft picks next year. And now is not the time to mess that up. Now is the time to go into Detroit, keep calling all the wrong plays like they've been doing on purpose all year to lose games. And now I'm just now figuring it out. And I'm on board. I'm 100% demolish it, sabotage, start over.
So here's the thing. Do you think is Jalen Hurts the guy because he's the best guy to tank the team? They know he's not the answer, but they know he can lose enough games to tank.
That's the way you first of all, I'm going to eat some crow right now.
And
this is hard, right? It's never easy to admit you're wrong.
Right.
That I was wrong. The things that I saw last week when they played against the Vegas Raiders, he missed so many throws. He missed opportunities. Granted, that team is what they are. We are who they thought we were and all that stuff. And they're bad. They're a bad team. They're badly coached. The game plan isn't working. It's just not their year. And when it's not your year, why win 6 games?
There's no point. I mean, look at the Atlanta Falcons. They've been that way for the past 5 years.
And now they're back up right here again. They're back in. They've won games. So they're in the mix in a wild card situation. They're not going to beat out the Bucs in the South. But I'm saying it right here, right now. Vegas will say that Philadelphia is going to eat this game out on the road. But yours truly, a bleeding green diehard, is not only going to pick the Lions, but I also hope the Lions win this game.
Oh, I'm talking to a guy on here about football.
That's going to make the show, by the way.
Yeah. You going to poop?
Completely unedited. All of this going straight to YouTube.
Lions get the first win this week. It's happening. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind.
I'm all about it. Go Lions, man. And it's funny too because
go. Man, what is the Eagles' record?
2-5. They're not winning anything. They're not going to beat Dallas out. Dallas is a superior team this year. They would have to. Dak would have to get hurt again. And Philly would have, this is what would have to happen. And it could happen by Tuesday, but Philly would have to package up all their draft picks, plus all the cheesesteaks and historical figurines in Philadelphia and send them to Houston where the Texans still play, believe it or not, for Deshaun Watson, but it's not going to happen. Plus you're always going to have that Miami, it's just sleazy. It's like, okay, well, if Deshaun gets off, we're good, right? Hey, capiche, kind of thing. So I just feel like it's not our year. Blow it up, start all over, blow up all the studios, renovate, hide the wires, all that stuff. It's over in Philadelphia until next year. Speaking of new carpet, hide all the wires. The board doesn't work. Hey, but you know what does work?
What?
Is the next prediction that you're going to make, because I have a feeling that you're going to choose with your brain instead of your freaking heart, because the San Fran 49ers. Going into Chi-Town, baby.
The brain and the heart make this an easy pick.
Chicago.
It's the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, Justin Fields, is he any better than Jalen Hurts? I don't know.
Who is better? Good question.
the Niners will win this game. Last week doesn't count. Throw that out. It was raining. Poor Jimmy G. He's got nice, like, perfectly manicured soft hands. They don't do well in wet weather, and he had some problems out there. No, it wasn't fair to him. It wasn't fair. So he'll go into Chicago and he'll win this game.
And I disagree with that. Chicago is winning this game. This is a coming out game for Justin Fields. Watch, he is going to put on a show, and then you'll find yourself at 2-5. Then I'm kind of interested to see if you're ready to blow it up too at that point, but we'll have to find out. That's what you call tease in the industry, folks. South Conference, man, this is good. This is going to be a good one. NFC South, Carolina 3-4, rolling into the A, taking on the Falcons, who are doing this bit. They're yodeling up the mountain again, Griff. If I'm a Falcons fan, blow it up. This is your chance to get a good quarterback. You got your tight end. You got Ridley coming into his own. The defense is growing up together. They're okay.
Right.
If I'm a Falcons fan, I don't want to win any more games. You're not going to win the NFC South. You're going to eke a wild card win. It's not worth it. What say you?
Well, it's kind of like when you're dating, a good person wants to date for marriage, right? That's what you want to do. If you're not going to do that, what's the point?
There's apps for that.
Right. In football, if you're not going to win the Super Bowl, what's the point? Tank. Like, be single. Whatever. And the Falcons are a team that should be doing that at this point. Matt Ryan is not hoisting a Super Bowl trophy. It's not happening. Sorry, he had his shot. He choked. He's a choker. And but I do think this game, I think there's some issues in Carolina. The rumors are floating last week that they might be interested in Deshaun. They had to come out and say they're not. So they're obviously not satisfied with Darnold totally, if they're willing to at least float the rumor out there that they're interested in Deshaun. I like in Atlanta, you can't, it's separate sports, separate things going on. But I think you talked about vibes earlier. There's a vibe in the city of Atlanta. Sunday is going to be a winning day for the city of Atlanta. It's going to be a historic day. We'll all remember where we are, just like it happened in '95. We remember where we were when the Braves won Game 6 of the World Series on this day that we're recording. It happened on this day in 1995.
Wow, callback.
That's going to happen on October 31st. It's going to be Halloween. It's going to be a high day in Atlanta. We're going to reclaim that evil holiday as our own, as a winning championship day. And I think the Falcons are going to benefit from some of those vibes, and they're going to beat the Carolina Panthers.
What do you give out on Halloween? Do you give out like dental floss and hotel bars of soap and toothpaste like we do, or?
Pretty much whatever my wife has.
Absolutely. Hey, happy wife, happy life. You know what I mean?
Black beans.
I'm going with it. Oh, this is a toss-up, man. Is McCaffrey still out? He's out. And Sam Darnold, he just looks confused. I mean, he lost to Philadelphia. I'm going to go with the Falcons at home, even though I don't want to, even though I hate the stinking Falcons. I hate the Falcons, but I also disagree. There's no way that the Atlanta Braves beat Houston. I'm sorry. I just want to help you before you go all in and buy another hat over this whole thing. Save
another
you the time
one?
and money. Did you get, I'm not even looking at you. I'll have to go back. I'm looking at my notes here. Okay. So here's my lock of the week. And this is not what Vegas would call a lock. They would call me an idiot, and they might be right, because I believe that the New England Patriots are going into LA, and they are going to beat the Chargers on Sunday night. That is my lock of the week. And I'm telling you, folks, if you're betting people, bet it, because New England is figuring it out, and they are going to make a run at the playoffs this year. That is going to happen. Watch.
Take all of your money out of the crypto. Is it SHIB? Is that the big one this week? Take it all out of that and put it on the Patriots.
Yep. You can't go wrong. Bet on America. It's worked out since January. But what do you think about this game?
Yeah, I think you're wrong. I think the Chargers are going to win this game.
Based on just the fact that you think I'm wrong?
Vibes. Just vibes.
The vibe. This is my vibe here. I don't feel that vibe coming through. It's like the hearing check. Miami 1-6 going into Buffalo. I'll take Buffalo at home. What do you think?
Buffalo wins the game. Come on, Buffalo's elite.
This is a stinker. I don't even care about this game. I'm going to talk about it in a hoity-toity accent because I don't care. I'm just going to take Jacksonville on the road over Seattle.
I think Jacksonville too in this game. Trevor Lawrence, I think it's going to be the first big win.
Yeah, baby. 27th ranked. Yep. Go ahead.
Still mentally, you're playing the Seahawks in Seattle, and they're without a lot of weapons, including their Hall of Fame quarterback. But I think it's going to give Trevor some confidence, and it's going to be good for them. And Jacksonville wins.
This is another one that I'm kind of sort of a little more excited, but I may just watch it as I fall asleep on the couch. Washington, do they have a name yet? They still play football. They just don't have a name.
Supposedly.
So, okay. Allegedly 2-5, could be worse. Going into Denver, they're going to get high because the air thing. That's what it's hard to breathe. They have to go. There's devices for that. Okay. Anyway,
hang on, Eloise.
I'm going to take Denver at home. Who you got?
Denver's going to win.
Oh, 100%. We got to wrap it up. Griff has things to do, people. We can't sit here all afternoon with us. All right. 6-1, the champs going into Nolans. Ooh, this is going to be a big game. I'm going to take New Orleans at home.
Lock of the week, Tom Brady. Take the points, whatever. Brady wins this game. He's going to be posting the W video on Instagram afterwards with a smirk, happy. It's going to be great. Bucks win.
How can you sit here and be so confident in the number 1 overall ranked offense in the league? I don't understand, but hey, you know what? Everybody has an opinion. Dallas coming in hot, man. This team is for real, and I hate to say it. I freaking hate the Cowboys. I hate them, but dang, they're so freaking good this year, dude. On both sides of the ball, they figured it out. I don't know what to do. I am scared.
They look really good. They look really good.
I am worried about this division. I'm worried, and it's not looking good.
Things are tracking for a Buffalo, Dallas.
Oh, rematch of what? 93? Is that correct? 92?
90, all the 90s.
The early 90s, those things.
I'm coming, Ellie.
But, Griff, you got to finish. Ellie, you can wait. All right, this is my time. I paid Griff. I didn't pay you. Okay, your kids are more important, but let's get through this. I'm going to take Minnesota at home.
Take Dallas.
You're going to take Dallas? Oh, yeah. Risky pick, Griff. Okay, so is this the last one? Monday night, Giants 2-5, rolling into a reeling Kansas City, man. I'm going to take the Giants on the road.
Wow. Really? I think you're wrong. I would love to see that, but I think the Chiefs get back on track. An easy victory for them.
Folks, we will never, ever leave a segment here with the Gobbler without the sage lyrical wisdom of Rapido Zombie Tom Petty.
Blame it all on my roots.